My name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, it's great to have you, and if you are returning, thank you for coming and spending a little bit more time with me today. So today it's Tuesday, or this Flosstube update is going out on Tuesday, October it'll be the 8th, which is the 7th as I filmed today, and this is my weekly Flosstube update. I have got a lot to share. I was off work last week and I had a weekend away with Andy. So bearing in mind that while not working, I had more than 20 extra hours that I could spend. I completed a model stitch last week and I managed to get in a total of 9,300 stitches across 6 projects, which I was really happy about. In fact, one day I actually got in over 2,000 stitches, 2,300 stitches to be precise, which I was absolutely thrilled with, because it meant that, you know, I could like not quite have the foot on the gas so much when I was away. I didn't have as much stitching time, but I'll get to that, you know, a little bit later. But yeah, I have worked on 6 pieces, so I've got 6 updates to share, and then we will talk a little bit about what else have I got to talk about? Say about what we did when we were away, my anniversary presents, which I've now got. I'll show you that, and a little bit of news that I saw just a few minutes ago on Facebook, which is a little bit devastating, but I'll get to that a bit later. So let's get on with the stitching, because I know that many of you are here to see what I've been up to. So the first piece that I have worked on this week is this one. This is Sailing Fairy, artwork by Nadia Strelkina, charted and kitted for me by Sarah up at Paine Free Crafts. It is stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count fabric, and it has had 1,000 stitches, 17.76 to 18.4%, and there we go. I have done quite a bit across there, as you can see, from left to sort of to the middle, sort of to this Chinese pagoda style building here, and then as a whole it's looking like that. And I do love this piece. I love the bright colours in it. It's my Sunday stitch this week. I'm away again this weekend, so this one might travel with me instead this week, because, you know, it is a little bit smaller than the one that I have been taking, which is my Lord of the Rings stained glass. But then again, the Lord of the Rings stained glass is one colour. So do I stitch a little bit at home on this one first, or do I I've got to decide that, haven't I? So that's that one. So, okay. Next one that I worked on, the rotate on. Nope. It's this one. This is Daughter of the Deep, artwork by Josephine Wall and charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm doing a supersized max colour version. This was very kindly gifted to me in RAK. And this one has also had 1,000 stitches. And we've gone from 3.56 to 3.69%. So slowly with this one. And as you know, I'm doing this diagonal stitching in an 80 by 80 square block. And I've started to move down this side now. It's still going quite well, the diagonal stitching. May introduce it across a couple more projects in the coming year. I've certainly got plenty going on next year, so plenty of scope to start with that method of stitching a little bit more. So yeah, very pleased with that. Next one I've worked on is this one. This is my Leonid Afremov Night Cafe. And again, I'm doing the supersized max colour version of this one. I've had 1,000 stitches in on this piece. and it's gone from 2.74 to 2.85%. I'm doing this 2/1 tent stitch in a sort of a diagonal sort of step scenario, I suppose, and I've just added some more along sort of this edge here. I'm trying to sort of fill in this hoop before I move it again. But yeah, lots of park threads, lots of lovely colours though. I do enjoy working on this piece. That's that one. Let's just put that behind me. Okay, so as you know, I went away at the weekend and I took my Lord of the Rings stained glass with me because I knew that I could do some stitches all in black. You know, I knew I'd be quite tired, so stitching on all black is kind of just what the doctor ordered. And it was in a room, the lighting wasn't great as well, so when you stitch in contrasting colour, you know, black on white, it's easier, excuse me, it's easier when, you know, when the light's not so good. But this is the Lord of the Rings stained glass. It's a chart I got from Etsy for my birthday last year. Or was it the year before? I can't remember. It's moved from 11.01 to 11.52%. And we have added 1,800 stitches. Now, because of the sheer size of this piece, I'm only going to show you where the stitches went. I'm not going to try and show you the whole thing because it's near nigh impossible. So as you can see here, we've got in some more black here. This round thing is pretty much complete, and then we've added some more here. So we're chucking along with this one. You stitched 2/1 on some 18 count aida. I don't know if I've said that, probably did. So yeah, 0.5%. Can't grumble. Absolutely can't grumble. Okay. Next one I've worked on is this piece. If you hear a cat hissing in a moment, it's because Andy's got hold of her. This is my Realm of Middle-earth map. It's a Tilton Crafts piece. It's my oldest whip. And for this one, we have moved from 33.35% to 33.5%. And it's added 1,200 stitches. This is my Sunday stitch this week, although it wasn't all of Sunday because I was travelling for summer Sunday. So we've had 2 columns completed here, and then we're still working in these park threads. So you can see, obviously, there's lots of scattered stitches. This was out on my live stream on Sunday. And interestingly, I can't remember how long it is since I parked these threads, but I've only had one that's not been in the right place so far, which I think is quite good. So I'm impressed with that. Stitched 1/1 full cross on some 25 count. So the last piece to show you is my focus for a finish, and I actually got more stitches than what I thought I was going to get in on this one. Or more progress than I thought. So this is She Sleeps. Artwork by Stephanie Poyman Law, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I've not picked this up since Wednesday last week, since just after my live stream. It has moved from 46.04 to 48.26%, so I've got over 2% on. I've been aiming for 2% a week, so I'm super happy with that. And 3,300 stitches. So this berry is done, this bud is done, and we're kind of moving along. I should probably move the hoop and sort of, you know, open up this area a little bit more. But it's been nice, you know, I'm coming across sort of a strip of about 40-ish stitches down, 40 to 50 stitches down. And, you know, it's just kind of working across in a band, and it seems to be working quite well. But those berries look lovely, don't they? So, yeah. Super happy with that. Stitched 2/1 full cross on some 25 count fabric. and that is the stitching. So where's my little book? I'll find out what's coming up on the channel this week and think about what I'm doing at the weekend. So there'll be a Stitch With Me ASMR style that goes out on live stream will go ahead on Wednesday. Stitch With Me on Thursday, which will feature Envy. Stitch With Me on Saturday with music, which will feature Stitching Shelf. Lord of the Rings Stained Glass is due to be out, and Sailing Fairy is my Sunday stitch. I may do some work on Sailing Fairy here though, and take Lord of the Rings Stained Glass with me, but I might do it the opposite way around. I will decide that later on in the week. But however I do it, Sailing Fairy will be out on the live stream on Sunday. It's due to come out on the Sunday stitch. So that is that. Oh, excuse me. I'm on track this year to complete 365,000 stitches, average of 1,000 a day. So I'm quite happy about that, because this year my intention was to be about 285,000. But because I've done exceptionally well, plus also I did a model stitch this week, which was about 1,500 stitches all told with the back stitch. I've been able to do more, so I'm super happy, super pleased with that. I can't sort of grumble. I am very much a process and progress stitcher. I like to see the numbers move. I like to see the progress. I like to see a difference in my pieces. Hence, having them out for 1,000 stitches, it really does kind of see. I can see the progress in them. So that's that. No haul this week, I don't think. No, didn't get any haul. Did a few crochet squares as well while we were away. I think I got about a dozen done of crochet squares, which are foundation row. I'm doing a granny square with a foundation row and then another 5 rounds of them. And they're quite nice actually, because I've done them in like 4 or 5 different shades of green so far. So me and Andy went away to Warwickshire, and we absolutely made it crack, because we left here at 7:30 Friday morning. Over the 2 days, between 7:30, well, between sort of 9 o'clock-ish Friday morning when we got there, 10 o'clock maybe, and Saturday night at 6 o'clock, which is when we finished doing the main bits, we'd filmed 10 villages. He'd done some other small sort of bits, driving videos that he does, extra episodes, tales from videos, and then on the route home on Saturday we did another 3 small videos. So we did loads, absolutely loads. We stayed in Warwick, and then we went to Stratford-on-Avon on Saturday night. The last thing that we did in Stratford was we went to see William Shakespeare's grave. And then we had a walk down the banks of the Avon, and we passed the memorial cenotaph for Vivien Leigh, the actress, as well. And we went and had our dinner, and then we'd already sort of passed down the shopping street, and I saw this shop, and I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but something to do with spells. House of Spells. Thank you, Andy. And I looked in the window. I was like, "Wow, that's amazing!" And it had this thing in the window, and it was a Lord of the Rings thing. And you guys will know that I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. And then on the way back, this shop was still open. So bearing in mind, we'd been in Stratford, we'd done some filming that Andy had wanted to do at Shakespeare's birthplace. We'd walked across the town, probably a 20-minute walk to the church, and then had a steady stroll back, had our tea, which was a good hour because they were a bit slower service, it was busy. And the shop was still open at like 6 o'clock. And then Andy said, "Right, we're buying it." And I was like, "No, you can't buy that, it's too expensive." He said, "I'm buying it out of my account and you can't say anything about it." So this is what I've got. Let me put it on. So it looks fantastic in the dark, and it's just a lit up lamp of the one ring, with the Elvis writing on it. And it's quite something. It's not heavy at all. And it's either USB or battery powered. So, but I love it. I think it's great. You know, I mean, it might not be everybody's thing. But for me, you know, this kind of gift, it's Lord of the Rings related. It does me just fine. And yeah, so it's been sort of sat in here and the cat's had a sniff and been warned, don't you dare try and get up on that side where that lamp is, because she will be a pair of slippers. So yeah, got my little prize. And this was actually, believe it or not, it's quite expensive. It was approaching 3 figures. And, you know, for me, I don't like Andy spending that kind of money on me. I don't think I'm worth it. He will sit there, he's now got his arms folded and he'll absolutely disagree. But I saw it and I loved it and he bought it. So that's my prize. Thank you, dear. Right. Okay. Other news. Some good, some not so good, but not from me, if that makes sense. So good news is weight loss. I lost another 2 pounds this week. So I've now lost 101.5 pounds. I wanted half a pound to lose 100 pounds and I smashed that. I lost 2 pounds. So I am now 7 pounds to my target weight, which I am absolutely thrilled to bits about. So I'm hoping that this week, you know, to be carrying on that downward trend with weight. If not, I should be wanting to know why, because between Friday and Saturday, I covered 45,000 steps. I worked an awful lot. I walked a lot and yeah, I walked my legs off. Andy walked his legs off too. And, you know, the thing is with me and Andy is that we kind of both encourage each other. So that's that. And then the last thing I just want to share with you is some not so good news, which I've just seen on Facebook. Unconventional cross stitch or unconventional X stitch. I've never stitched one of their pieces, and I'll be honest, they're not my type of piece, but they're part of the stitching community. And it appears that at Unconventional X Stitch HQ, they have suffered a devastating fire. So if any of you have got orders on with Unconventional X Stitch, they have said on their post that it's unlikely that those orders will be honoured because they are not in a position to make kits at the moment or needle minders or anything like that. So do sort of bear with. They may still be able to do like PDFs and that kind of thing, but as you can imagine, the team at Unconventional X Stitch will be I've got more on their plates at the moment. They've you know, a devastating fire which has basically wrecked everything that they have built up these last few years. Like I said, for me, not my sort of thing, but it is part of the stitching community, and I'd be remiss if I wasn't acknowledging the fact that, you know, a fairly big part of the community has got this major issue. And I know that some of you guys that watch me, I have got and do stitch Unconventional X Stitch charts. So yeah, very sad, and I do send my love and support their way. And of course, if there's anything that cross stitch community can do, when in my next video I will let you know. I'll be keeping an eye on the situation, because there's 2,500, almost 2,500 people now who follow my videos. And if you don't have Facebook, you may not know this, because I know that there's a few people around there that don't have Facebook, which is absolutely fine. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on the situation and let you guys know if I hear anything else.
Did you say situation or situation?
Situation.
Okay.
Can I carry on now?
Yeah, it's just, it sounded like situation, which would make sense.
Well, yeah, it is a situation as well, I suppose. It could be both. It could be you're probably right. So there we go. I've had a shout out this week. Well, I've had one or two actually. Enid, Nadia Strelkina, who I've mentioned last week, Kay Stitchy who I also mentioned, and Catherine Stitchers, who I've not mentioned, but I will pop a link in the box below. So thank you guys very much indeed for shouting me out. I was especially touched when hearing what Catherine had to say about me, and have a warm fuzzy feeling when I was listening to your video. So thank you very much, Catherine. Other than that, I think I'm about there. So slightly, you know, more normal length of Flosstube this week. Sunday live stream, just as a quick note, I will be travelling back from Birmingham with Hannah. The train is at 3 o'clock. I should be home. In the unlikely event that I am not home in good time for my live stream, it may have to be cancelled. I'll put a post on my page, in my group, etc., etc., if it does need to be cancelled. But I am optimistic that we will still be going ahead with a live stream on Sunday. It could be that I'm 10 minutes late. It could be that I'm half an hour late. I don't know. But I'm optimistic that it'll still go ahead. So do, I've got a painful bit on my nose just there. But do, you know, tune in on Sunday, you know, if you're able to make the live stream. So with that said, just my usual reminders, 3 videos appearing on the screen in a moment. If you've not seen those, please do go take a few minutes to have a look. My channel is supported by you viewing my videos. I don't have a buy me a coffee or anything like that. That's not to say that anybody that does have one is wrong. I just think that with 2,500 subscribers, just watching my videos, it's something, a way you can support me without it actually costing you anything. So do bear with and do watch an extra video if you can. So I will see you guys next week for another Flosstube, but there'll also be the Stitch With Me's out this week. So thank you all very much indeed for watching. Take care, happy stitching. See you on the next one. Bye bye for now.